Sunsweet Growers is a global company. We sell to over 45 countries around the world with our brand. We're known throughout the world as a large packaged food company, when in fact we're a small farmers cooperative and centered right here in Yuba City, California. We were founded in 1917 as the California Prune and Apricot Association. This association was brought together from a very large fragmented organization of growers in the Santa Clara Valley. We remained in the Santa Clara Valley through the 20s, where we started our first dryer organization, into the 30s, where the Depression really caused a lot of innovation for Sunsweet. We came up with the first prune juice in the 1930s. We invented tenderized prunes, not just dry prunes for the consumer. And then we went into the 40s with the Great War. World War II really had an impact on Sunsweet Growers. We were able to market all of our production to the government for the war effort. As a matter of fact, it was a time of growth of production for Sunsweet. We produced more and more prunes that had a great effect for our growers. The war came to an end, and we didn't have global demand to meet that production number. So the federal government continued to step in and help grow the industry into the 50s. In the 50s, we had to reposition ourselves without all that war demand, what to do with all the ability to produce. So we started out by advertising. At that time, instead of being the California Prune and Apricot Association, we became Sunsweet Growers. And through that branding effort, we developed everything from movies to reels to radio advertising, print advertising, to build the Sunsweet brand and build it primarily in the United States through tenderized prunes, through prune juice, and a variety of prepackaged ready-to-eat items. That, in fact, grew into the 1960s. But a big thing happened for Sunsweet in the 1960s. We invented a proprietary pitting system that still is unique to Sunsweet today. That pitting system allows almost 100% of the prune pits to be removed prior to the consumer hitting it. We're not perfect, but we're close. And that still is fundamentally what makes Sunsweet different around the world today. That pitting system has been improved upon through that into the 70s. But in the 70s, we found we needed a new home. And during the early 70s, we started construction of a new processing facility that is here in Yuba City, California. That facility started out in 1975 at 875,000 square feet and served as our worldwide headquarters for all prune production for Sunsweet Growers, as it still does today. In the 80s, we started inventing differentiated products from essence prunes to new packaging, new offerings, and continued to expand our brand and our consumer packaged goods in countries around the globe. In the 90s, we bought a bottling facility on the East Coast in Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, to help offset the demand for prune juice in the United States. In the 2000s, we started expanding our product line in the United States and tried to really innovate new products for the consumer. We continue to evolve and change as our business demands, and now here we are in our 100th year. When we look back at our history, we see critical decisions, but evolving decisions that have enabled us to be a global food brand for 100 years. We think that is the fundamental milestone we've reached, is the ability to continue to evolve and look to the future. We're proud to be a part of the community. Things like Summer Stroll this past summer, celebrating our 100th anniversary, but our involvement not just as a community member, but as an economic driver for the community. With over $300 million in revenue coming into this community, we're also happy to employ over 650 people at this facility and the positive impact we can have in our community as a whole. We're certainly proud of our relationship with the Yuba City Chamber of Commerce and their involvement in the community, sponsoring events that we can help lean into as a business leader and attract other businesses to our community. We're just proud to say we're associated with this organization.